It was in the early hours of Friday morning, I suppose sometime between 2 and 3 a.m. I took the call. They had come in through our PA switchboard and I took the call. The caller started off by saying it was Vikki de Lambray, who I knew, recognised the name from old times. Then the conversation really began with Vikki de Lambray in a sort of female voice, although I know it is a man, saying, I've just been killed, which was an odd way to start a conversation. And I wasn't really sure then whether this was a serious conversation I was about to have or not. Anyhow, I took notes, and the conversation continued with this person saying, I've just been injected with a huge amount of heroin. The caller was in quite a bit of distress, between tears and sobs. I gradually became convinced that the call was genuine.
You say injected with heroin. Did you get the impression that that was injected by somebody else?
I did. I got the impression that Vikki de Lambray had been forcibly injected against her will with heroin and was about to die. He said he was desperate, that nobody could help him now. And I suppose the call lasted about 5 minutes and there was a bit of a rambling in between. He couldn't get his breath on the telephone. We had to pause while he got his breath. I asked him where he was calling from because if I was going to do anything about it I needed to know. And he said he was at home but didn't give an address even when pressed, but I think that was due to distress. Then the call ended.
Was there some talk about Vikki de Lambray having some involvement in writing a major expose article with a journalist?
Yes, he said he had been involved with a journalist in some sort of undercover story, which was supposed in the end to expose drug taking within the aristocracy. And it was almost as if Vikki de Lambray was saying the injection of heroin was in connection with that undercover story.
It sounds like quite a remarkable phone call. Is that sort of thing routine, working here at the Press Association?
Well, it's not routine. It's the sort of thing that one is always alert to. And one really has to judge on each telephone call whether it's a serious telephone call or whether it's simply a hoax, and make one's decisions accordingly. The call ended with Vikki de Lambray putting the phone down. I gave it 2 or 3 seconds thought and then called the police and informed them of the call I'd received. They took action. I had a call a couple of hours later from an inspector at Brixton who said his officers had called at Vikki de Lambray's address. The curtains were drawn. There seemed to be no one at home, and they assumed when they got no reply that Vikki de Lambray had gone away for a few days.